like some of them would ask me like, yo, what's making you like want to do this type of shit? And I'm like, that Last Dance shit, man. They be like, word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they automatically knew what I was talking about because, man, that fucking documentary, dogs, just watching them, you know, out of all of those people in that documentary, you know whose story really, I was like, that's the fucking man. Steve Kerr, bro. Steve fucking Kerr, dogs. Because people they don't understand. Like, they see him like, yeah, he's the Warriors, and Steph and all that. But that motherfucker was a champion before that. Buzzer beating game winners from the three. You see, that's why his game is built that way. That's why his players play that way. Steve Kerr is the man. The whole time I'm watching that shit, I'm like, yo, that is the nigga. That's the coach right there. Steve Kerr is the man, bro. I got so much from that documentary, dog. It just put a fire up under me, yo. Like, it just made me feel like, yo, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get on my Moses shit. I gotta lead the people. Like, I gotta do this because I don't play ball. Like, I played when I was a kid, but I'm not like a ball player. You know what I'm saying? But I know how the game works. I love basketball. I'm a sports fanatic. You know what I'm saying? But I know how the game works. So I just took everything that I knew from that and applied it to rap. You know what I'm saying? And applied it to me putting this project together. Applied it to me like trying to put together a dope sounding compilation. That's why when you hear it from beginning to close, it's a full basketball game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I went back and went through the project, and this should be a timeout right here. We're gonna make this halftime. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna put it together. Just like I'm in the studio, I'm asking my bros, like, should there be a horn right now? There's a horn when regulation starts back, right? All right, so when they come off the bench after calling timeout, there's a horn, right? Yeah, there's a horn. To put a horn right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just really trying to stretch it out like it was a real game. The creativity of it just was fully fueled. It was fueled by Last Dance. I started the skeleton of it. And then when I started the finalizing of it, I mixed and mastered the whole album at Surf School at Harry Fraud Studio. Shout out to Harry Fraud, that's the bro. Once I started doing that process, we were in the playoffs. So every night when we was finishing the album, we put the playoffs on the TV on mute, watch the games, finish the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were embodied in that shit. You understand? That's just how I create projects. I just really try to stay on key, stay on point, and stay focused. And Last Dance, leading into the NBA playoffs and the bubble, which was fucking nuts. The bubble was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't be mad if there's another bubble. I would watch it because that shit was just ill. It was intense. It was like intensity. There was no distractions from people or crowds. They were really balling to ball. You know what I'm saying? So with those two combined, that just fed my hunger to get the album done. Pickup games are some of the best and realest games in life. Like, I grew up in New York City. You understand what I'm saying? I used to go, like, the Rucker is like our biggest summer league games, but in pretty much all of the projects in New York, there's always a summer league game going on. So at any given moment, if you walk to the right hood in the summer, you will see a popping ass game. Like, you will see some of the best people you never heard of getting crazy. Like, some of the nicest dudes from New York never made it to the NBA. You understand what I'm saying? And that is a part of what we was talking about, like with the music, proper business. You understand what I'm saying? They have the talent, but they don't got the business or the drive to get themselves fully into the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people seem to forget that, like, when things happen, like Mike Irvin gets caught with drugs or with dog rings, and Gilbert Arenas gets caught with a gun in his book bag, people be forgetting that these dudes are inner city kids with talent. That's it. They still got the same friends that they grew up with who cut up. It's like that smoke weed and drink and get around. Because we got paper now. So pull up. I got like 8 rooms in this house. You can have one. You understand what I'm saying? While I'm going to do the gauge, yeah, hold it down. And oh shit, the nigga put the dogs in there. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit ends up happening. So I've been seeing niggas getting crazy in my hood since I was born. So it's like those type of things, it just adds to the allure of sports. You get what I'm saying? Like, it adds to the allure of how the bubble will work. It's just the same thing. It's just people playing because they nice and they want to get their shit off. You know, the Bucks are supposed to win the championship, bro. Like, the Giannis was supposed to go all the way, but then he got injured in that bubble. It just threw the whole shit out of whack, and they got robbed. I ain't gonna hold you. But then, you know, I feel like it was orchestrated too, because the Lakers and because Kobe, like, this shit, I'm even feeling like the NBA's like wrestling now. I don't feel like it's real sports anymore, but that's a whole nother subject. Yeah, you just give him the championship. Just give him the chip, because Kobe's, you got to honor Kobe in the right way. So I knew that's when it was going to happen. I was like, either they orchestrating it that way or LeBron's going to bust his ass and make sure they get it there. I feel like it was kind of the both, but whatever.